Today I want to talk to you about why you haven't decluttered yet. You know clutter is bad for you, you know that decluttering would be really good for you, yet you have not done it yet. Let me introduce myself first. My name is Moni. I have a degree in architecture and I'm a feng shui teacher. I have authored 8 textbooks in feng shui, including the book Declutter Your Own Spaces. And the principles and concepts I'm going to share with you today have helped people all over the world, clients and students, transform their lives by taking care of their spaces. And my commitment to you is that you will never have an interaction with me, either through a webinar, a recorded video, like in this case, or an email that you get from me, that does not contain information that has the potential of transforming your life. I have a program called Declutter for Good, a step-by-step feng shui home organization system. And I have been talking to people as part of the promotion of the program, and a lot of people tell me I need this course because they realize that what they have not been able to do on their own, it is very unlikely that they're going to be able to all of a sudden start doing on their own. Is this you? Are you embarrassed? Do you feel overwhelmed? Do you feel confused? Do you feel like your life is out of control? Do you often wonder if you are too busy to have a beautiful, well-kept home? Do you dislike or even hate chores and housework? Are you afraid to meet people or make new friends because you dread inviting someone to your home? Are your children unable to have their friends over because you don't want their mothers to know how you keep your place? Or are you missing out on work opportunities because you cannot bring co-workers home, much less a boss? Do you want to live more simply with greater ease and grace? And this is a collection, what you see here, these are things that people have shared with me that are challenges for them in life because they keep a home cluttered and untidy. Declutter for Good is a feng shui step-by-step organization system, and you may be asking, why aren't things flowing in my life? You know something has to change. You keep telling yourself that you know what needs to be done to declutter, organize, and tidy up your home. You just need to do it. But if it were that simple, everyone would be doing it. This is like people wanting to lose weight and saying, I know what I have to do. I just have to eat less, exercise more. I just have to do it. If it was that simple, there wouldn't be so many people in the world, and especially in the United States, struggling with weight issues. And there wouldn't be so many people in the world struggling with clutter issues. Clutter is a disease of a consumerist society. And so the more industrialized the country and the more wealthy a country, the more you see clutter as a problem. The reason, and I'm just going to share this with you right at this moment, why you haven't decluttered yet. The reason is that you are using the same strategies as people use for New Year's resolutions, which is doing this. Every year they do the same thing, thinking they're going to get different results. They think that number one, they just have to decide to do it. That number two, they're just going to use their willpower. Number three, they're just going to use their self-discipline. And number four, they're going to do it and it's going to get done. And they try to do this year after year after year, never changing anything, just thinking that this year, by some magic, what didn't work last year is going to start working. And so these are the reasons that this method that I was sharing with you before is not going to work ever. It is not going to work ever. You say, okay, I just have to decide to do it. But it is because of decisions delayed that you are in the mess you are right now if you have a lot of clutter, because I define clutter as decisions delayed. You struggle with clutter because you didn't make the right decisions at the right time on what to do with particular objects in your home. Then you say you're going to use your willpower, but there is no willpower when there is no energy. Clutter creates stagnation in your home, and stagnation repels energy and zaps the energy. The little energy that you have is zapped by this stagnation, and you can't create any more energy in the home because of this stagnation. Then you say you're going to use self-discipline, but using self-discipline is the hardest way to do anything. I mean anything. you're just going to say that you're never going to force yourself. When you say you're going to use self-discipline, you're kind of splitting yourself up in two and saying that you as the boss are going to tell you as the worker to do something. It's going to get done just because you say so. And that's not how the human mind, the human heart, and the human body work. And you think you're just going to do it. If you haven't already done it, you're not going to do it unless you learn something new. If you have wanted to do something for a long time, like declutter your home, and you have not done it, it is because there's something you do not know how to do. Well, this is a program that helps people declutter and organize their homes and keep them tidy for life. That's why it's called For Good. What's great is that this program requires no self-discipline, no willpower, and has worked for people with extreme cases of clutter. What makes this program work so well is that it transforms the way people feel about their homes and their stuff, so they learn to live only with what they use and love. Once their heart is in it, decluttering and organizing becomes easy. And if you join the program and I can help you get your heart in it, it's also going to be easy for you. This program is a unique combination of Eastern secrets about space and time management that I have gathered from Feng Shui and other Eastern spiritual practices, Latin American housekeeping tricks to make housework happier, more manageable, and enjoyable. I was born and raised in Ecuador in South America. And home organization and efficiency tips from a professional in architecture and Feng Shui, which would be me. But a lot of what I put in this course actually comes from what you learn when you train as an architect in order to design a place that has enough storage but not too much storage. This program, Declutter for Good, is based on 3 principles that I discovered after working with thousands of Feng Shui clients in the United States and abroad. Number 1, clutter equals decisions delayed. Without robust systems for decision making in place so that you don't have to make tiny decisions about every single little thing in your life, you have pre-made decisions, you have systems of decisions. And without those, clutter just will keep coming back. Number 2, no one is happy to organize ugly things. Without beauty, there is no long-term tidiness. And if you have noticed, whenever you go to the store trying to buy organization systems, most of them are made of plastic and just plain ugly. And when you get ugly things to organize your space, they just add to the clutter and do not help you organize in the long term. Plastic is considered to be dead in Feng Shui. It has no life force. So using something that is ugly and on top of that plastic is going to make things worse, not easier to organize in your home. Without beauty, there is no long-term tidiness. And in this program, I teach you how to add beauty to your home. Number 3, a person can only tidy and organize their space according to their predominant memory type. All other attempts will inevitably end in failure. There are 3 memory types that people have, and their homes are only going to be organized when the way they organize things at home matches how they file away things in their minds. And if they don't do it that way, or if they do it in a way that is different to how they file things away in their minds, they're never going to be able to find the things they put away. And so these are the 3 principles. This program is different from any other program, course, or book on decluttering and tidying up because it draws on the unlimited power of your deeper mind, erroneously called by many the unconscious mind, instead of relying on the limitations of willpower. Willpower is of the ego. The deeper mind is your connection to your own high self, so we want you to work with your high self instead of your ego. It requires no self-discipline. The system works by acting on specific spots in the home first to release qi, which is the Chinese word for life force, which has become stagnated. As qi is freed up and becomes available to you, you will have increased energy to declutter, tidy up, and organize. It works by transforming your feelings and deep emotions towards housework and organizing. Once your heart is in it, nothing can stop you from tidying up. You're going to discover in this program the main reasons why people hold on to clutter, how to stop clutter before it happens, and how to create systems so that clutter never gets out of hand in your home again. This program has helped people finally declutter, even people who had tried many books, processes, and courses, but nothing had worked for them in the long term. They may have had temporary spurts of energy and cleaned up some, but soon they went back to their previous habits. For people who had been paralyzed by emotional burdens or even depression and were unable to take action to improve their homes in any way for a long time, and also for people who had been diagnosed with attention deficit disorder, and for people who were candidates for hoarder shows on TV. So I just want to make a point here. I'm not saying that my program helped people with their ADD or with their depression. What I'm saying here is that people who told me that they had been diagnosed with these problems and were getting treatment for these problems and had not been able to make headway with decluttering their homes were finally able to progress with this program. How much does it cost to declutter with a professional organizers? A professional organizer that just conventionally trained, not feng shui trained, charges between $30 to $150 per hour. Professional organizers with feng shui training charge anywhere from $90 to $500 per hour. Some professional organizers estimate that it takes from 8 to 12 hours to declutter and organize just one room when clutter is severe. A typical home has 6 rooms, 3 bedrooms, a kitchen, dining room, and living room. If you hired a professional to help you clean and organize a 3-bedroom home, you would have to hire them for 72 hours. At the low end, hiring a feng shui trained professional organizer for $90 an hour would cost you over $6,000. If you hire the conventional organizer for $30 an hour, you would be paying over $2,000. And this is just at the low end. I'll just let you do the math for paying an organizer at the high end of fees. And the above fees do not even include the basement, the attic, or the garage, which is often where people keep most of their clutter. What's more, many people have found that after the professional organizer leaves, they quickly go back to their old ways. When you learn how to declutter and organize, and more importantly, when you make the shift in your heart, so you want to declutter and organize, you can make changes for life. If you do not declutter and organize now, when will you? After all, you know that procrastination is one reason you are in the mess you are in. But check this out. Unlike other courses where you are promised tools to do away with procrastination, which is totally unrealistic, in this course you will learn how to use procrastination to your advantage and to get things done. It works like magic. I would like you to take decluttering and organizing to a new level. There are many people who can teach you techniques to declutter, tidy up, and organize. The internet has thousands of articles on the subject. Whatever you look for, you're going to find. How to declutter paper, how to declutter clothes, whatever you look for, you're going to find. But only this program uses the 9 steps to feng shui, a system that I developed based on the 9 principles of natural law that are behind all Asian healing techniques such as acupuncture, Chinese herbalism, Tai Chi, and medical Qigong. This system uses very little effort, always seeking to apply the right action at the right time to get the maximum effect. Synergy, interaction, cooperation to produce a combined effect greater than the sum of their separate effects. Every action you take towards decluttering, organizing, and tidying up in this program builds up the energy so the next steps become easier. You will also learn space clearing techniques to clear stagnation, not just physical but also emotional and mental stagnation. Your home may still be carrying the energy of people who lived there before, and if you like to buy antiques or used stuff, you may also have brought in the energy of other people into your home, so you will get tools in this program to declutter that too. You never lose access to the online course, the videos, and the Facebook support group. It's just an ongoing thing. How long do you have to access the course? It's lifetime access. You have unlimited access to the course for as long as you like across all devices you own. You can watch it on a computer, laptop, tablet, or smartphone. Is an online course as good as in-person training? A lot of people ask this question, like, why should I get this program instead of just getting an organizer to come do it in my home and hold my hand? An online course is as good as in-person training. Absolutely. Several studies show that online education is just as good, if not better, than in-person instruction. Recent studies have shown that the learning outcomes of online education are as good or better than face-to-face education. Online education is self-paced and gives students the ability to pause and rewind videos to make sure they understand all the information. With an online course, you can go back anytime and review the materials to make sure you understand perfectly. A recorded class is usually more comprehensive than a class on the same topic by the same instructor. So it's time to take action and invest in your well-being. You know how much clutter has been dragging you down, and you know that you need a change. It is time for a new beginning, one where your home works for you instead of working against you. This is important, you know it is. So you need to take action, but not just any action, the right action at the right time with minimum effort. Use the power of your deeper mind, of your high self, and the help from this wonderful program designed to help people like you who are ready to live in an unencumbered home. So let me go over what you get in this course. You get a feng shui consultation with me. That's at the beginning of the course, because I have found through experience that people who got a consultation with me were able to declutter more easily. So I'm gonna meet with you face to face, like on via Skype or Google Hangouts or a phone face application, and you're gonna show me your home, and I'm gonna take a look at the major feng shui issues you are dealing with, and I'm gonna give you just 7 simple tasks to improve the energy in your home to make sure that you start your decluttering path with the right foot. Then you'll get access to the pre-recorded virtual course designed for online learning that you can watch on your computer, laptop, tablet, or smartphone. This is the 12-week program, and you're going to learn a lot of techniques on how to manage and handle time and space. And we're also going to focus on the types of clutter. So every week you're going to learn how to declutter and organize a different type of item. So one week it will be papers, another week it will be clothes, another week it will be pantry items and the things in the kitchen and refrigerator. Books will be another time. And so every week we're going to address a different type of clutter that may be a specific challenge for you. We're going to teach you how to declutter gifts, and also greeting cards and things that have emotional importance for you. You get access that does not stop at the Facebook support group, where you can ask questions, post photos or videos of your place, and get direct advice and feedback from me. You also get support from other people who are making great progress in the course. Membership does not expire, so you can continue to share, get encouragement, and keep experiencing transformation. There will also be 5 group phone calls with me so that you can ask other questions. One of the things that makes this course different is that I'm going to teach you about the personality types according to the 5 elements, which are water, wood, fire, earth, and metal. And so there's a personality type associated with each element, and each personality type clutters because of different triggers and also gets to unclutter because of different types of motivation. And so you'll get that also with the course. And so in addition to your one-on-one meeting with me, your feng shui consultation, you get 3 sets of recordings to help you clear subtle issues in your feng shui and subtle charges that are creating stagnation, like for example the energy from previous occupants of the home, a previous spouse, or the energy from furniture, antiques that you have brought in, or things that were secondhand. And you also get affirmations for the 9 life areas. In feng shui we work with 9 life areas. This is an awesome addition to the course. And a meditation, a healing meditation for the 5 elements. You get 2 books, Declutter Your Own Spaces and the Feng Shui for Us Expanded Professional Charts. You get a journal. You get to choose a blue or a green cover. You get the virtual course, the 5 calls with me. I would like you to think now about how much clutter is costing you. So ask yourself these questions. Do you buy things that you are sure you already have because you don't know where to find them? Does work take you a lot longer and productivity declines because you can never find what you need right away? Has your home become unsafe because of too many tripping hazards, allergens, or even pests? Your clutter is costing you money. It is causing you to overspend. Clutter affects your reputation. Disorganized people are perceived as less dependable. Clutter may be preventing you from getting a raise or a promotion. Clutter is a potential hazard to your health. Imagine the cost of just one trip to the emergency room. And speaking of trips to the emergency room, look at these before and after photos. Look at the left. Imagine trying to leave this home in an emergency when there's clutter on staircases, hallways, or near the entrance. There is real danger in keeping clutter. Take a look at these before and after photos also, in the kitchen. The lady that owns this home, you can see the before on the top and a panoramic of the after. She told me it had been years since she had been able to see the top of her counters. And this is the place where she's preparing meals for her family, right? So it's very, very important to declutter. Look at this before and after for the garage. Again, clutter in hallways is very, very dangerous. So look at that before and after. And this is one of my favorite before and after shared by clients and students, because look at all this junk mess on the left side and look at all the beauty that was lying underneath. I want you to declutter, not so you can have less stuff, not so you can feel empty. I wanted you to declutter so you can show off the beauty that you already have, and so that you can see the beauty that is your life. If you could do it alone, you probably would already have done it. Things simply do not improve on their own. Things only get worse on their own. What I would want you to do now is I would like you to talk to me, and to encourage you to talk to me. If you have a clutter problem and you have reached the point where you really understand this has to change, send me a text to my cell phone. This is my personal cell phone number. Area code 865 in the United States, 973-1475. Just send me a message and let me know you watch one of my webinars or my decluttering video, and I will call you back. Just also tell me the day and time to call you back. And I would like to talk with you and see where you're at in your process. And just for doing this, just for taking this baby step of sending me a text and making time to meet with me, I'm also going to give you a very special gift. But I cannot tell you what the gift is because I want to choose this gift based on the conversation I have with you. So this gift may be another meeting with me to work on your home. The gift may be a book, it may be a product, or it may be another course that complements whatever you need right now in your life. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video, and I really hope that you learned what you haven't decluttered yet and how you can declutter, and that you give the Declutter for Good program a chance.